Welcome back, everybody. This is the Rough Riders podcast. Today we got a special guest with us here, he's in a District 46 runoff. Curtis Varnell. We got with us today
Eric Spicer.
And our
Colt Shelby.
What, are you running for something?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not on this episode. This is Curtis's show. I don't want to steal it from him.
All right.
Fair.
Well,
Yeah. Mine will come later. Mine's not as important as his.
This is a big one. It's a big one.
Mine's coming up sooner. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
That's right.
It's a big one. It's important to the community. Curtis, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us where you're at in this runoff.
Okay. Excuse me. There's two of us left in the runoff. I think originally we had about six, and a couple of them dropped out, went to the Senate race, and then we were left with four.
I thought there's only one candidate. Oh, there is two? Okay, got it.
There's two of us left.
It's the runoff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Silly Colt.
There are two of us left, and Tanya Fletcher is the other candidate. She is the Chamber of Commerce director at Paris. I'm
Curtis, this show's about you. Let's talk about you.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just trying to be fair and tell everybody who's here.
She was invited. She didn't want to come, so we're talking about Curtis.
Okay, that sounds even better. I know more about him. I'm born in Paris Hospital, and but early in my life we traveled around a lot. I was a migrant. I'd live in England, Arkansas, which you don't want to know about. And we'd plant cotton, my parents did. And then I'd travel with them to Rochelle, Illinois to Del Monte's factory, and they'd work there, and we'd live in row houses. And I think in first 2 or 3 years of school, I went to 6 different schools.
Oh, man.
And so, yeah, but it kind of makes you what you are.
What was it because they were farmers? They were just traveling farmers?
We were traveling. We would like to have been farmers. We were the persons that done the work.
Oh, yeah.
My dad could run a pretty good straight row.
I get the best of both worlds on that. I get to own the farm and work it.
Oh, the own it might be better than today it might not be. There's a lot of problems with farmers, but anyway, we traveled around a lot, and eventually moved back to our home, which is. I live in the nearest town is Scranton, actually, of any size. I live in a little community called Midway. There's nothing there but some homes. And we moved back there. I went to school at Paris schools and had a good education. I think we have some good...
From Paris?
Yes.
They have that there?
They have it. And I had some...
That's just a county line rivalry.
Yeah.
Just
County Line's a good school also.
It is. We are very lucky. I mean, honestly, and you see this more than I do in the bigger spectrum, but no. County Line is one of the best schools around, actually.
I hope we could talk about that here.
We need to.
I like schools.
But our district,
I spend a lot of time in them.
as a whole, we have a great district, guys.
Yes, we do.
You know, it's a poverty district, but the kids do really well. Now, we do have areas to work on, just like any school, but, County Line's one of the top other than Greenwood. Greenwood actually does better than any of the surrounding.
Greenwood
They get one heck of a football program.
We'll talk about education a little while, because I'd like to hit on that topic because I'm very proud of our area, especially in education. And I was a school teacher. That was what I was going to say. I eventually graduated from Paris, worked myself through college, Arkansas Tech. I was married at 17, by the way. And I worked through as a butcher, and I've got proof. I can show you the hand and a few scars. But I was a decent butcher. And I worked at a grocery store there in Paris, and I worked myself through college, and I got a degree in social studies and science. Taught both. That's what you had to do back in the 70s. And he was looking at me. And back in the 70s. And
I wasn't born yet. I wasn't thought of. I wasn't even thought of.
I was a child prodigy.
There you go.
And I taught at Paris for, I think, 24 years. I went back to the University of Arkansas when I had a chance. I got a master's degree during that period of time in social studies, and then I had the opportunity to go to the University of Arkansas on a fellowship, and I've actually worked on Greenwood water supply in coal mines, and I got my doctorate in geology.
I'd hate to see your resume. That sounds
I
really
got a
big.
big
Have you ever
resume.
kept a
But anyway,
job?
that's what
Have
I
you
did.
ever kept a job?
And then I worked 16 years at the educational co-op. That's why I know about all these schools, because I worked with all of them for 16 years.
With all these credentials, like, how old are you? 1,000?
Do what?
How old are you?
I am 70 years old.
70. Wow.
Spring chicken.
Where's your gray hair?
Not very well.
you know, my mom always told me people that don't have gray hair are crazy.
Mine,
I'm in
I
the
don't have. I
I'm
don't
the
have
sanest dude in the room, man.
clear. Yeah. No kidding.
I don't have enough left hardly to to worry about.
It happens. To
How does
the
it-
And
best
I'm
of
not
us.
as white bearded as these guys.
That's what I'm saying. I told Curtis earlier.
Just a little, just for men, it kind of helps you look.
Is that what it is? I asked somebody today. I was like, "Does he dye his hair?"
Oh, no, just my mustache. I don't have much hair.
Well,
Uh,
it's still colored back there.
I had a big fro when I was,
Did you?
70s.
I wish you'd have brought one of them pictures out.
Well, I looked like Welcome Back Cotter. And the kids kind of thought I was Welcome Back Cotter. And I enjoyed those years. I enjoyed the years teaching. I announced all the football games and part of the basketball games, and I can talk too deep, and they'd not know who I was. Some kids, and I announced the games. I think 17 years. I didn't miss very many games, and actually, my children grew up there, and I announced as they played sports and enjoyed it. That was a good time. I always said I wanted to come back. I wanted to teach at Paris. I wanted to pay back the debt that I owed to the teachers that saw me as somebody special.
There you
When
go.
I was a kid, I had a couple, and we were nobody. I told you, as my
what grade was this that this all happened?
9th grade, I had a couple teachers, and
Because my teachers always thought I was special too.
the first year
Your
we were there,
own way.
He rode the short bus, kids.
Pretty
be
sure
like my
I
dad
was right
said.
behind you.
My dad's always said, "I enjoyed the 5th grade so much I stayed 3 years." Uh, but no, about the 9th grade, I had 2 or 3 teachers, and I had a counselor by the name of Darvin Green. He's the one that developed the magazine Mountain. And I think up until that time, I had not realized. I thought everybody made good grades. And he brought me in. He said, "Curtis, you ever realize you're smart?" I never had anybody tell me I was smart.
I get
Me
that all the
either.
time, but I just don't really see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just agree with them because it's like, oh yeah,
I was hoping he'd say I was good looking.
yeah.
But
Well,
he said, he inspired me. And he said, "You ever thought about, teaching?" He said that you'd be good at something like that. And I said, "College? My family hadn't been through high school in 3 generations." And so he inspired me, and he told me, "You can get there." And he made me feel like I could get there. I had teachers. And I think that's why I wanted to be a teacher, because they inspired me, and I could see other people that were like me, that grew up poor, but had potential, and that was a way out of picking cotton.
Yeah, of
There you go.
I
poverty.
didn't want to
That's
do
right.
that.
You know, I was actually talking to my wife about that earlier. You remember Miss Lee? So Miss Lee was our counselor in high school, and she was, she wasn't that inspiration that did it, but she showed us that there was other ways than because she took the kids that she knew was not going to college, and she took us out, and we went to these tech schools, to try to learn trades, and it was one of the neatest things ever that she cared that much for us to do that.
I think every one of us could say we had 1 or 2 special people that changed our lives.
I have a bunch. It's
And,
taken a village for me, Curtis.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I mean,
Well,
I might still be in high school if it wasn't for Stephen Breedlove.
we had even when I worked at the co-op, though. I know one of the things I'm most proud of. I started a group for kids at risk, and I'd called all the school principals around it, and I said, "Look in your school and find students that are not in athletics, they're not in band, they're good kids, but they've just not felt special." And the principals in all areas, County Line, Lavaca, Greenwood, Charleston, Paris, And I said, bring me about 15 kids. And for one day, they're going to be the center of attention. In Paris, we used to say, once an eagle, always an eagle. Well, the same thing is in County Line.
What's an Indian?
Once an Indian, you're always an
Yeah.
Indian. Because you want that kid to feel like a part of the school.
Now, we got the best football team. I mean, we've went undefeated for
Best football in there, yeah.
Undefeated.
undefeated how many years?
Forever.
Oh,
Since it
correct.
began. Like, I mean, people talk about it still today.
But we'd bring them in, and but usually in middle school, when they were like kids at risk, and we'd bring them in, we'd take them to the Huckabee Center, we'd have a day where they could develop a relationship with a teacher, and that teacher then would be their protege, their counselor, their advocate in that school. We had some real changes out of that. We did that about 11 years. Some years I had to pay for it out of my own pocket, but it was worth every dime because I was paying back what somebody gave to me.
Right. Absolutely.
And
That is pretty good.
it's a
Who in
great
school
program.
says, hey, you'd be a good teacher? Nobody.
I
ever.
never heard that.
I never
Not
got
once.
that either.
Not once.
Of all the
No.
things, they're like, you'd be a good teacher. But I tell you what,
My
I've
family
taught,
teachers.
I can't tell you how many men I've taught over the years. But, I didn't get the kids. I got the adults, which I don't know which one's better, which one's worse. Adults sometimes are.
I teach
little hard to
adults
teach.
now. It's
Yeah.
like herding cats.
It is. It is. That's what I told my wife one time. She's like, she'd come home, she'd be griping about some kids or something. And I don't know if I can say that on the air. She'll get mad at me. But I'd be like, well, yeah, just imagine I got their parents. And then it's a whole new world, right? Like, but I've been a teacher for the last 20 plus years. So I've done the same thing. I just wasn't teaching them to learn. I was teaching them to work safe, to work smart, to work efficient. And so,
Let's talk about the safe part later.
yeah. Oh. So anyway, let's move on,
Yeah.
Curtis, to our. So the main subject of the night is why I called you, because I became friends with you and Brian about the same time, Brian
Right.
Cooper, and your opponent.
Brian's a good friend of mine.
And y'all become such good friends along the road because you have made I'm home 2 weeks and I'm gone 2 weeks, but every single event you showed up, you stood in front of a group of people that you're going to represent, and you gave your heart. Now, the last one, I really enjoyed at Boonville. I think you did better than any other candidate there.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed that stage of the if you want to call it.
It was a
competition.
debate. That was an actual true
Right.
debate.
We debated. We met. We met at every little small town in this area, and Brian and I set those up.
Yep.
Because we wanted people in the local communities, in our rural communities, to be a part of the democratic process again. And I feel we've let down on that. And when we set that up, nearly every community had anywhere from 75 to 100 or more participants, and they would come meet and greet some of them debate. I remember the night at New Blaine, and it sleet and snow, and they said, nobody's going to show up. And I said, you don't know New Blaine people. This is a challenge to them.
That was a big turnout there.
There's a big turnout. It's 85, 90 people.
Nice.
Great night. And well, I think Brian got stuck that night.
Oh,
trying to
did
get
he?
out. Yeah, and
Good
they
for him.
pushed out Brian Cooper.
Yep.
And but still, people turned out. And
I seen
was
I
great.
wasn't there, but I did see the pictures, and it was a really a lot of folks there.
There was a good crowd.
But every debate, every meet the candidate, you showed up. You were there for the people, and that. Thank you for that, because that
Yeah.
says a lot to me. Because I care enough to go. Spicer, Casey, we all went because we want to see who are we voting for. It's not something.
That's
It's not because you're my friend. We've become friends.
Right. I
feel.
didn't know you before.
No, and it's
And
because
I didn't know Brian before.
no, and we become friends along the way because
Right.
I got to respect that you're going to be the one possibly representing our needs and wants for the area.
I hope so.
That's a big job.
And it was an enjoyable process. And I don't think I missed any that I know of. I
No.
missed none. I even went to the Alcatraz thing in
Mhm.
Charleston, and we had ice cream one night. And
Can't
I
beat
can remember that part,
Mm-hmm.
but it was an enjoyable process. And
Well, I
And
want you
got
to know
meet a lot of good people.
I do appreciate you taking that time out of your life just to show that you're confident to represent us. That's a big thing to
Right.
get up in front of people and talk. Public speaking is one of the hardest things you ever do in your life.
Yeah. One thing I seen at the Boonville thing, the only thing I wish is they would have done is allowed you guys just a hair more time on your answers. That 1 minute I thought was a little tough to.
It is.
It's hard to get it out. It's hard to get it out clear. It's hard to get it out.
You can't get an answer out in an hour.
That lady
Right.
kept waving.
Yeah.
She got on you a few times.
She wasn't messing around.
At the one at Paris, my son was running the sound system, and it had 2 minutes. And he cut me off. He just slid the sound off.
Yeah. I'm sure.
My old son.
How old is
Got
he?
one of those buttons.
How old is he, Curtis?
My son?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in 40s.
Okay, so he's heard enough of that for 40 years.
He's heard. I taught my own children. I taught my sisters. I'm the oldest in the family, and I have a sister that also taught. She had a doctorate degree, and she was the dean at UA Fort Smith. But the other three, my 3 younger peers, one of them's an old man, by the way, and then I have two sisters. I taught them in school. How would you like that? Your dad was teaching you.
That's
high
pretty-
school.
pretty
That's
cool.
small school,
Yeah.
small town,
Absolutely.
and it was okay. I
What-
announced the ball games for them. It was good.
My son's in his ones.
His ones.
Yep.
Did you ever get on to him for being tardy?
Did what?
Did you ever get on to him for being tardy when you were the one taking him to school?
When he was,
I know you're
I'll
here.
tell you what I
brought you here.
did when I drove a school bus. I also done that for 20-something years. And he would come. The last 2 years he was in school, he'd drive.
Hand me that.
And he
I'm
brought
gonna
the
need-
donuts.
I'm
He'd
gonna-
bring donuts.
I'm gonna need to grab my tally book so I can keep up with this resume. That's endless.
Yeah, like you've definitely served the
I've done a lot of
community.
things. That's a product of being older.
So you've worked, Curtis. 70 years old, and you've worked. We can say that.
I've worked.
And now you're committing to work for the people of
District
House
46.
District 46. That's awesome. That's
every person, and I don't want anyone. I live all the way on the east side, but I don't ever one on the west side. Always to the border over here with Sebastian County, and I've visited at Charleston. I've been at the Senior Citizen Center. I've been there 3 times. They're wanting me to bring a bunch of old pictures and stuff up now.
oh, I
And,
got something to show you later. My family
Great.
history. I got it right behind me over here. If you see this little,
I see all the
uh-huh.
guns.
Yeah. Well, that's just to scare you. Right here on this table, there's a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes back to the 1800s.
And you have my favorite president is Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh.
And I just noticed that
Yep.
having that sign. And anyway, I've tried to represent all the area. I've visited all the area. I've visited Ione. I've visited Blue Mountain. That's some small spots, but I've tried to visit
Love Blue
all of them.
Mountain. Lots of great memories from Blue Mountain. That
Good
would do.
people.
Oh, yeah.
Good people.
cool.
Been over
Nice.
there twice, visiting with them. And I've tried to visit this entire area because whoever represents this needs to represent everybody. They don't need to represent Paris. They
Right.
don't need to represent just Boonville, and not even just
What
Charleston.
about Cecil?
Charleston's kind of come out.
What about Cecil?
Cecil, do you believe it?
We don't need representation. We protect our own.
I know.
That's right.
I protected
Do-
y'all.
Do you
You
see?
just did not know
Do you
this.
see this room?
I was the park ranger and I ran Citadel Bluff.
Well,
Did you
didn't.
not know that?
You didn't do a very good job mowing the grass. I'll tell you that.
My job was to keep people from parking on the grass.
Yeah, fair.
But beautiful. That's a beautiful spot.
it is.
Yeah,
Don't
it is.
don't be talking about that place on here now. Keep them out. So
Let's get
I'm
to it.
going to get to it, Curtis. Here.
Okay.
So
Let's go.
I got this through Facebook the other day, and I come from Gun Owners of Arkansas, and it has your opponent, and it reads this. It says the guns confiscation of firearms from citizens that the government deem a danger to themselves or others, otherwise known as the red flag laws. Now, most of us in the country are not accustomed to red flag laws because you just go buy a gun and that's what it is. But you put on here, and I read this, and I'm like, and I was confused because your direct statement is the state should have some control on gun possession if a person is deemed mentally incompetent or a danger to the public. And
Which is essentially the current laws that we already have.
Okay, so that is the law. That's the way I read it, and that's why it confused me a little bit. So you wrote the law down,
I kind of understood it that way. Yes.
and then you wrote the ability to restrict should require specific evidence of danger and approved by a judge, similar to a warrant. Now, if I understand it right, a warrant, if they come, they had a warrant for Colt Shelby's arrest right now.
They probably do.
Now, I had a private investigator check, actually.
I had to find his house first.
That's
It's not
right.
easy.
I had to turn the lights on so Curtis could get here. But anyway, if they have a warrant, they can come in and confiscate my guns,
Correct.
right? Like anything in the open.
Yeah.
If it's a visible gun, because I mean, you see it on the news all the time, right? When they arrest somebody, they've got the guns laid there with the drugs. I mean, it's common.
Right.
So what I see here is, and you said with judgmental approval only, and that is actually the law. But the thing that makes it different from the red flag law, and Spicer, this is your forte here more so. So I'll let you kind of touch. I know you were kind of mad when you seen this, right?
I was concerned.
Yeah.
Concerned, but primarily because the way that it reads, known as a red flag law. So his answer, it does quote the current law 5-73-103, section 1 or section 2, adjudicated mentally ill. This is possession of firearms by certain persons. So subsection 2, adjudicated mentally ill, or subsection 3, committed involuntarily to any mental institution. That's the current law. And essentially, he answered in the current law.
Okay. So, Curtis, my question is, and this is everybody's,
Right.
the Second Amendment. Do you think we need to regulate guns more?
No.
Like,
No, I don't think we need gun regulation whatsoever. We need some people regulation at time.
people regulations. So
In that, in a
does
very
the
limited
government,
way.
and here's it's a libertarian thing. So does what the red flag comes down to is, if I call in and I say, hey, Casey Brown's crazy, the judge goes in, files a warrant out for him, and goes,
Well,
and says,
yeah, you would have to contact your local sheriff.
Yep.
And say, Casey Brown is acting erratic, and I'm concerned for his safety and or well-being of others.
Does that give the government the right to go to his house and take his guns?
Any person has the right to have arms, and they have a right to due process. And I think that's where maybe my misunderstanding of what they were asking.
What the red flag is, right?
And
So the government shouldn't just come in and take your guns.
Oh Lord, no.
Well, that's what the red flag law pertains to.
Yeah, it's
Never.
also the other alarming part of it is after someone calls and makes a complaint to the sheriff takes the report, takes it to a judge, and then they can hold a hearing where the party that has the firearm that the complaint is against could not be present, and they could make a judgment without you ever knowing or being afforded the chance to plead your own case.
That's without due process.
Right, without due process.
You need government in any instance. I'm kind of for limited government anyway. I think we get
Me too.
way too much.
We've got way too much government
In
right now.
education, in everything you do, we have way too much regulation, and everything.
So you
should
don't
be
think
a
we need
due
more
process.
rules?
I'm sorry.
We don't need more rules?
No, we've got plenty of
Throw
those.
them away.
So
I brought my. I'm probably no. I don't own as many guns as you do. I sit on the wall here.
you know,
I have
Challenge
15,
accepted.
16.
but when people read that, it you put support red flag law, which it doesn't sound like you do. Like,
I will tell you that I probably misread that. I probably need some clarification on even what a red law was. I'm just thinking,
you wrote
is there an instance?
well,
that
you-
we
yeah,
not-
you
It's
wrote-
already the law.
Yeah, it's already
Yep.
the law. So you wrote the law
Right.
down, and I mean it's stated right there. So that was my confusion with it, and that was my frustration, because I mean I've chatted with you enough, and I've seen this going across Facebook, and I didn't say anything. I've kind of stayed out of it, but I'm sitting there thinking, like, this is Arkansas, and a majority of us are all the same, right? Like
Yeah,
government overreach is at all-time high right now,
correct.
and you
in
know,
everything.
in everything we do, and it's like, how do we stop it? Now, adding more laws.
You know, I was really shocked that anybody would even bring it up because I'm known to hunt. I'm known to have right here. I've got
Well,
two
yeah, you brought
my
this to that.
antique pistols.
Curtis kind of knew we was going to talk about some
I
guns
knew that
tonight.
you were going to ask
Chain
those.
loaded for bear.
They're not loaded,
Oh, okay, good.
but
I mean, if it was, I mean, what is? I mean,
these are Civil War
can I touch it?
pistol. Yeah, just
Yeah, touch it.
they don't even have a cap in them. But this one is exactly like the one Wild Bill Hickok used.
Can I have it?
I'll let you shoot it.
No, I want to keep it. I love that. I want to get a set of these, but they're so dang high.
They're not cheap.
No, they're not
So
cheap.
And,
those are those
I've got,
original or are they remanufactured?
I've got 3 or 4 antique guns, but I also shoot cannons off. You'd ask something about I shoot cannons.
I like it. I always wanted to shoot a cannon.
We did at Paris Frontier Days. I've gone to Prairie Grove Battlefield and shot the cannons off 5-pound.
They're
It's
heavy.
dangerous.
Yeah,
They said Wild Bill Hickok could throw a coin and hit the coin before it came to the ground with this one. Even when they
with
did
a black powder
right,
cap and ball.
and he did not. He used black powder up until
Those
his
suckers
death.
are heavy.
Cap and ball. Because there's a
Up
little delay with a cap and ball. It's not instantaneous like
up
a
until his
centerfire.
death. Even though they had,
It's impressive.
standard pistols,
You'd have better luck.
he continued using cap and ball. They'd also take the. I don't.
You'd be better off throwing
I
that at
better not
somebody
get
who's
into
loading it.
history. I better not. Get
No, we're not having a history lesson here, Curtis.
Oh, dang it. I love to talk about history. That's one of my pastimes. I've written a few books on history.
Yeah, if you don't learn from it, you're doomed to repeat
That
it.
was homecoming.
It looks like you're advertising Paris here. I
Well, they
thought you
were.
wasn't. Hey, let me. Speaking of Paris,
It was free.
Paris come through for you.
Yes,
That
they
was
did.
amazing turnout. Was you proud of that?
Yes, I was, and I was proud that out of the 3 wards, I won 2 of the wards. The only ward I did not win is the one that my competitor lives in. I lost by 16 votes there, and I won Paris overall by I think 26 votes.
That's
I
fantastic.
should be the new what is
That's
her,
good, but the race ain't over.
What's
you
her
know?
title? I should be that, right? I mean, I just beat her.
What, the mayor?
Yeah, no. Not
Ooh, Daniel's gonna be
No,
mad about that one.
she is what do they call those? She's anyway, she's one of the 5 people in the town that makes decisions, and she has that on her title.
Oh,
Maybe I need that title.
City
Council.
councilman.
Yeah,
Chairwoman, something like that.
yeah, and so maybe I need that title. I beat
Yeah,
26 points.
that's pretty good. Hey, it's a good thing you
No,
wasn't running for
that
city
came through
official.
for me, and another community really came.
Hey,
Scranton.
regardless, you've done well in your community. No matter
Yes, I
what the
did.
outcome comes. When is the election?
And I don't live in Paris. I live in the suburbs 15 miles out.
In the
When-
suburb.
It's
I live in the
Is it April
suburbs
3rd?
of Cecil.
March 30th. When's
Cecil.
the election?
The election, the early voting is 24th, and the actual voting date
31st.
31st.
Yep.
Yep.
And I'll be in Houston, Texas, unfortunately. But
Well-
I already voted today.
Early.
I'm not going to tell you who I voted for.
How did you vote?
Absentee.
Okay.
Your,
And
your name wasn't on there.
I'm sorry. I'll let you shoot my guns.
Oh, you can't buy votes now, Curtis. But if you let me have them, we'll talk.
Oh, anyway.
I already voted, so it don't matter.
Yeah, that's right.
It's already
These
done.
guys.
So
No,
let's hear. I want to hear more about this cannon.
Wait,
thought you
so
should-
are we done with the?
Tom Wing,
Are we done with the red flag law? Is there any? Do you have anything? Because you're a big gun advocate too. Just like I mean, we're all.
I think we've settled it. Curtis
Yeah.
is not for red flag.
no,
Okay.
Crystal,
in any way and in means, but and I'd like to issue. Probably part of it's my misunderstanding. Probably part of it's the way I write things, and I I got a pretty good memory. and I
Boy, they
probably
come at
memorized
you.
that law.
They rattled you with that though. They come at you really hard with
They
that.
come at me hard, and I think it became an issue when it shouldn't have been an issue. That's my point. And
But it's hard in text, and
I know.
it's hard in text to express. Guys, look. You mean
Okay.
legislators don't know about everything there is? Like all the laws, all the rules.
You could ask my wife.
That's right.
I mean,
But-
it's impossible, guys.
Yeah, it's, and I did not, I thought I was clear, but obviously I wasn't. I got real irritated with one guy. I told him to call me, and I thought he lived in Paris. And he came back, and I said something like, "That's cowardly." And then I thought, that's not being a very good person. And I called and apologized. I said, I shouldn't have got it personal. And I found out he was in like Pennsylvania. I thought he was like,
Right down
Paris,
the road.
Paris,
Why don't you come down here and let's talk about that?
Probably, if anything,
I'm hopping on the airplane.
I'm generally pretty laid back, and I got a little irritated, and it was a poor guy. He just the wrong time for wrong place, and I apologized to him. And
that guy's gonna find out real quick we don't have red flag laws around here.
Well, there's always that. Like
he was really nice about it, and when we got he called and talked. I told him let's talk.
This isn't your home self-defense weapon, is it?
This one,
Because if this is, Curtis, then I'm going to rob you blind. By the time you get that loaded,
I wouldn't want to be shot by that.
I would want to be. Yeah, he's going to load it.
Colt, I'm not the dangerous one.
You can keep them loaded.
Unless he throws it at you.
My wife has a 9mm, and she can hit.
You stand behind her. I'm down with that. Look out, Ray.
Where's your wife from?
I'm better with a shotgun. She's from Greasy Valley, Arkansas.
Was that that young woman that was with you everywhere you go? Sometimes with you.
She and I get along well because I can't hear and she can't see.
Yeah. How old is she?
My wife's 45, I think.
Okay. Well, she looked very young.
She's young and she's pretty, and
I wasn't sure. I didn't want. I don't want to be rude here, Curtis, but I was like, how old's your daughter? How old's your?
I have. I've been asked that.
I know.
They say, you sure have a pretty daughter.
Yeah.
And my wife's pretty good looking.
I actually got told.
I'm very fortunate. And I raised
With Whitney.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I adopted a
So I
12-year-old.
kissed her.
I've got to live for a while because I've got to raise. I've got
On
a
the mouth.
12-year-old at home, and I adopted him. He is now Lucas Varnell, and I've got a 19-year-old biological son that's just graduating high school, and then I've got 2 boys to teach.
Yep.
I married at 17. I told you that.
Yep.
And I had 2 children. I am divorced, and I do have a young wife. I'm very fortunate. Not only that she's young, but she's an attractive young lady.
Yeah.
There you
A
go.
great wife. It takes care of my children. I'm
Well, that's hey, as long as you're happy, Curtis, that's great.
yeah.
I mean,
it's,
you do a lot. You do a lot for your community. You've done a lot for the district. But I know we've kind of touched base on education. Do we want to move into education? We're done with red flag?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right with me. He's my red flag. I want to make sure he's happy.
Hey,
I'm pretty good.
if you ever have any issues,
He's my man.
Spicer's the man.
If I can't get you the answer, I know somebody
And
will.
The good thing is,
And he's also the biggest guy here, so he's going to help
he
me
is,
out.
but he's just
Teddy
such a gentle
bear.
giant.
It's
Like,
like a
and he
teddy bear.
he
As I move in this
Call him Teddy.
position, I may need a bodyguard. I've got these, and I need a big guy.
What's wrong with me, Curtis? I'm pretty scrappy,
Did
I
you
take
see
all
the?
offers. We may put it up for bid.
I saw a really good video the other day on TikTok. Ronnie Shelby. I seen him throw some punches.
Yeah.
That dude is a monster.
he is. I know.
I
Hey,
think I've seen him hit like 251.
yeah. He was so
That's-
mad, guys.
that's
I
a-
wish y'all could have been there because the first time so I took my dad and my boy down to Hot Springs, and we get down there and they got this punching bag. Dad's never done it. So my dad and my uncle Ricky.
Oh, he was laughing at him.
Oh yeah,
He
no,
was rolling.
they're 270. What my dad's 76. I think Ricky's like 71, 72. But they're kids. They fight like cats and dogs, like something you've never seen. So when we go on a guys trip every year, I take my dad, my uncle, my boys, and we will go wherever we go, Shreveport, Hot Springs, try to keep it in the state for the most part. And this year we went to Hot Springs, and we go to this, I don't know what it's
It was
called.
like an arcade.
It's
wasn't it?
T-Rex, but it's an arcade, but it's got a climbing deal where you can climb all around.
Oh, that's
So me and Truett
I've
are up
tried
there.
it.
Have you?
I
So
have.
you seen it? So
Not
it's
too
cool.
long ago, and I'm not very good at it. But
Yeah, so me and Truett, we're up here at this high deal. Dad and Ricky, they see all these cool games to play, and but they don't have no money, so I have to come down and give them money, just like the kids. And you know,
Here's $2 worth of tickets.
I let them
Get
play
outta
the
here.
fishing game. They're over reeling in fish. We shoot the basketball.
Did they do the hammer?
Whack-a-mole.
If it's a
Whack-a-mole
competition
league.
between them two, then absolutely they're going to do the hammer. They're going to compete against everything they do. It's just the best experience in the world. But anyway, we got to the punching bag, and Dad goes up there, and my dad. A lot of people don't know this, but he was a well-known fighter in his younger day. Dad was a big fighter.
He's a big dude.
He was. Well, he was a lot bigger at the time, but he was he had a mean left hook, and I don't hear the stories from him. It's other people I hear the stories from. And anyway, so he goes up there and he rears back and he hits this machine and just doesn't do well. And it hurt his pride a lot. It hurt his pride a lot because,
Understandable.
like my mom says, Dad probably weighs 245, 255 pounds, but he still thinks he weighs 160. He still thinks he's 20 years old, 30 years old.
It
That's
looked
a
like
good
you put
one.
about 20 pounds behind it.
I know.
I was like, did he just put that in slow motion?
No,
you, Ronnie.
no, bless him. And he just tries his best, and it's just the best. I have a great relationship with my dad. He graps the whole day.
Oh, he's awesome.
He grapped all day today.
I love hanging out
He
with
grabs
Dad.
at me.
We're driving.
Am I driving?
We're driving to Win, Arkansas tomorrow, and he's gonna grap the whole way.
Doesn't matter who's driving; they're getting grabbed at.
Yeah, exactly.
Too fast, too
Did
slow.
you know Bill Van Meter, who's the
Oh, yeah.
pastor?
Yep.
You mentioned that story, and we went on a senior trip. Went to Tulsa, and they were doing the same thing, hitting the punching bag, and he was getting a little older. And
Better watch it, Curtis. He
wanted to show off.
watches this show.
Yes, he does religiously. That's our number one fan of Bill Van Meter.
I live 20 miles from him.
Yeah.
He's a good, but he punched the bag, and on the way home, his hand swelled up. We had to stop the bus and leave him at the hospital. He broke his hand.
Really?
Doing that same thing.
Did you hear that, Bill?
He may not want
Wait.
to hear that story.
Curtis,
I don't think he's told this one in church.
we love these. You got any more, brother?
I've got a
Wilson?
lot of stories on Bill Van.
Oh, you have to
Oh.
come back.
we
This
we
is
could
gonna
have
be
a
great.
we could have a program.
I want to say almost every episode we've mentioned his name. I mean, he is a very big asset to the community.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
an access
And-
to the region, and he was the person at Paris. I would always watch him. He's a little older than I, and I would watch him, and I'd say, "I want to be a man like that man." And the kids loved him. He had
is that guy.
respect, and he taught. And he married our kids. He buries our kids, and he's
Yep.
still there today.
Yep.
And he has that. He's just a great fellow. One of my best friends.
Well, before I got into politics and decided to run for my position here, I wrote down my will, and Brother Bill is my preacher that's gonna put me to rest.
I'm 42, and I've gone to his church for 38 years.
Is that right?
That's right.
It's a good
Every
run.
once in a while, I speak at his church. Did you know that?
Yeah, I've
So-
seen you there. Yeah.
So I have done that. I was actually an area youth director for about 20 years, unpaid, but it was a good experience. And the
you-
church about
Do
the
you
size
do a
of-
lot of free labor? Because I got a lot of
I
rocks.
do a lot of work.
I got a lot of rocks. Duke's got a lot of rocks. I got a lot of.
I was,
got rocks
I was
everywhere.
called about Greenwood Schools. You was talking about them earlier, and she said, "Curtis, do you still come around schools and help?" And I said, "Let me get through this. Let me get through this. and
Yeah.
Well, you
and I don't get paid for it. I just enjoy kids.
Take a break after all this is done.
I
though.
enjoy kids.
you've done some of this stuff at like the church down there too, like your chemistry
Yeah.
stuff. I've seen you. I know you've done some.
And
Stuff for
right
kids there as
now,
well.
they have my newest book. I was trying to help them with their. They've got a missionary program, and they're sending some kids. I believe Nicaragua somewhere.
How you
And
spell
so
that?
I gave them my. I got my newest book is called Timepiece Ancestors, and I told Coach Van Meter, I'll tell you what, I'll just let you have the book and you sell them. They're $12. I'm not trying to sell them, but I said you can sell those, and I'll donate all the proceeds to your youth group. And he's
Nice.
already told me I need about 30 Curtis. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
That's
okay,
awesome.
it's going to cost me a little bit, but that's all right. I'm helping kids, but yeah, he's a great guy.
Me and
And-
Colt will try to do the same when our book comes out.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
What would y'all like to talk about, Ned? We've kind of went around the skirt around the edge of it, I'm a public school teacher, but I also I teach all over the state. I don't know if you all knew that. I'm still teaching. I was in Little Rock this week. I taught at Little Rock Mills. I mean, they send me down Central, and the reason I do hands on, and I try to get the kids involved in science. This week we actually went over the new Madrid fault, and I have a table that it would shake, and they had to make a building that wouldn't shake, and we used that as New Madrid. And it's great engineering, it's great science, it's great history,
Yeah, that's
and
fun
I
education.
enjoy doing that type of thing. I still, I'm in a man low income, high minority, but the kids are still good kids. I enjoy
Right.
it, but to get in there, you talk about all these other things, but
Well, the good thing
you got a
about
lot of security.
the good thing about the Arkansas education system is there's only one way to go from here, right? Like we can get
That's
in
up.
there and we can get some good education folks elected and put some good bills in place
We
that
need
are
some.
that know public education, that know how to help it.
That's right.
I even have helped. I'm a big public school advocate, and we have some great ones around here. And uh, you mentioned Greenwood, and
Yeah, pretty.
I have to be careful because I went to Paris and we're talking here, but there, if you look at athletics, academics, you look at band, whatever that school does, they're always top. They're a really exceptional. County Line Elementary just won a state award. I don't know if you knew
Oh
that.
yeah.
We're
Yep.
outstanding, one of the outstanding schools in the region,
Yep.
and we're proud of our
My
schools.
wife works there.
Is that right?
Hmm.
Well, she probably knows me then.
Hmm.
I took, I took kids from fifth grade with County Line down to Senator Stubblefield's office 2 years ago and got to tour through. I want to open that up.
Well,
If I'm ever
we
elected, I
talked
want to be
about that,
open.
but
Yeah.
we think they needed. So Braxton Letty had brought it up. We don't need to be taking them fifth grade. We need to be taking them our senior year. They need to
Yeah.
go down there and understand, put it all together from civics.
We when I was at Paris, we did that, and it was called. I'm trying to think of the name of the program, but it's something like I don't know, maybe Arkansas Today, and they got to go down and there was current issues that were brought up, and at that time we had Frank Willems. I loved the man. He loved our kids. He took care of my kids, and he would show them through the whole process. Senator Stubblefield did the same thing with the little ones, and I admired that man because um, when we got there, he met us, and he met every one of the kids, and he took us down on the floor first, and he introduced the kids to all of the people, and then he took us to his office, and he said, "Kids, would y'all like to be senator?" And he let every one of them sit in his chair and get a picture with him. And I said, I'd vote for that man every time.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
a good one.
Even without that, I would. He was a fantastic fellow. And the Stubblefield family are good friends of mine. I don't always bring out, this person endorses, that person
Right.
endorses.
Yeah.
They
Well,
had problems, and
your
I
career speaks for itself, Curtis.
hope
And
so.
Paris
But they're pretty-
recognized that. That's what I was talking about earlier. Paris recognized all the good deeds you've done, and man, it was great numbers.
Yeah, I had good turnout.
And I think you're gonna expect another one, right? Like, I mean, you hope.
I'm
I don't
hoping.
think you've done anything wrong to lose the trust of. You're still the same Curtis Varnell you was a few weeks ago, right?
I'm still the same
Okay.
person, and they know me. They were in my classroom. They know. uh, Coach Van Meter may have been the favorite, but I'm well liked. On my birthday, and that's the greatest reward that a teacher can have. I'll have over 2,000 kids every year that that text me and wish me happy birthday. That's my reward. We're not ever going to be rich, but I am rich in people,
There you go.
and I'm rich in kids. And I tell you, something happens to them. When we teachers, and your wife probably is this way, we teachers in Arkansas talk. It's not students. We say our kids because that's the way we look at it. Those are my kids, and it may be your age because I taught people your age. You're still my kid, and if something happens to you, oh, it's like losing part of your. I've lost kids.
Oh, yeah,
It's hard,
it is.
and they're a part of you. Y'all had some this year.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't even hardly talk about losing one of those at somebody else's school, even though I knew the kid and know how it's hard.
Yeah, no,
But that's a good thing that you
have that care
that's
and
why the schools are
compassion.
good.
It is. I
Yeah,
mean,
That's a good thing.
we're a small area, right? Like, so when something happens like that, it's just
And did you notice all the other
tragedy.
schools? All the other schools wrote letters of condolence. We are sorry for
Yeah.
your loss. That's way.
Yeah.
That's what makes these schools special. And we're not perfect.
No,
We've got some problems in education. We got a lot of bureaucracy. We talked about um, uh, too much government, and we've stepped in too much in our schools, and that's one of the biggest problems that we have. And then some people frustrated as a result of that. I know we have some homeschooled, and that's choice, but as long as you measure up to standards, everybody has to. We want our kids educated, no matter how they get it,
right.
That's
and they've
fair.
got
A
to
good
have it.
a good education is very important.
Yeah.
And I'm back that fully, and but around here, I have confidence in our schools, and I think we have some very good.
We do. Now we need a copy and paste across the state. But right now we're going to worry about this election, and
I do.
we've talked enough about the prison. I know you're anti-prison. Do you want to discuss it? You want to skip to the I would rather hear the ending. But
Well, let me
you wanna-
just can I
you
just
bet,
say,
you bet, for
on the
sure.
prison, the only thing that a lot of people haven't looked at is the amount of money. They talk about where it's at and
Oh,
the
we've looked at
problems.
it lots of
Yeah, oh
times.
Lord, here's the deal, and this goes back to education. Since 2009, we've sold lottery tickets in the state of Arkansas, and that money is used to promote college education. I'm glad we got the money, but from 2009 to 2026, we have raised $1.5 billion. That's a lot of money.
Hmm.
But in 1 year, we're going to spend on a prison $1.2 billion for the
Two-
3,000 worst
to
people.
1.5.
20% of net availability, and it'll be out of a one-time fund. It'll be out of our reserves. But that's not even the bad problem. The bad problem is operating costs.
80,
Yeah, long term.
83 million is the least amount I've heard. If you heard more
What's that for
per
operating?
year, 83 million.
It would be it would be relatively close to that, yeah.
It's
'Cause
27,000 a person.
Yep.
And the problem people haven't looked at is like at Paris.
But
for
that's
instance.
now the 27,000 a person is what we operate now.
Yes.
But remember, not all of our facilities supply water.
That is correct.
and
We're not.
So it's going to be a little bit more. The price is going to go up, and you also have to remember the food comes from Cummings and Tucker and the fields down there. A lot of it.
There's nowhere to raise it.
Yeah, I mean, we're low.
Well,
we're
they-
talking low amounts.
Right.
Even when they
And,
grow
They're
the
gonna have to
beef,
truck
Yeah.
everything in.
even if they grow the beef,
And
they
you
don't
don't
get
have
to
to
eat
talk
it.
about the water. You know,
Right.
I'm a
They'd have to sell it.
geologist, and that's a
Make a little profit.
hydrogeologist. But that's a huge amount of cost. But if right now we need 1,600 beds, if we take those though out of our county jails, I asked Sheriff Massey. I said, "You take them out, and we're going to put them in state prison. Your beds are now empty. You still have to have the same number of deputies, you have to have the same number of lights. Only, less is going to be a bologna sandwich or whatever they eat."
Right.
And I said, "How much are you losing?" And he said, "Curtis would lose $285,000. Now, you guys know what happened here in Franklin County. You already lost your EMS.
Yep.
And people haven't considered what's Paris going to lose. How many? Because those people.
So you're
gone.
saying we need to lock up more criminals?
I don't know what.
I think that's what they want
They
to
probably are.
It is. It's a money making industry.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
that's what it is. We need to fix the problem at the front end. And now we do need beds for the county backup. Your Washington
Right.
counties, your Sebastian counties.
Yeah, some of
your
the
ones
big
that are-
counties are having problems.
But they're going to put that burden on Franklin County when we have some of the lowest crime rate in the state. So none of it makes sense. Not one bit of it is ever going to
nothing
make
about
sense.
it makes sense. I said when I talked to Alcatraz, I said, you know what they done? They turned backward, put a map of Arkansas, threw a dart over the line, over their back, and it hit
It,
the
it,
most unlikely place in the state.
it actually goes back to the bargain bin. right?
Yes,
Like,
I
oh,
don't
this
know.
is a bargain. This
Yeah.
is a bargain right here. Look, here they're using Arkansas for a bargain bin state, and that's just another prime example of what we're doing. And it irritates me to no end because they see cheap land, but they don't see the total
Right.
cost. So everybody in that GIS group just needs runoff right then.
They'd be
Yeah.
money ahead to give that away and go spend $20 million on a new property.
Well,
Money ahead.
Yeah, with
Easily.
infrastructure. in.
you know,
Easily.
going, and we can wind up kind of on the prison issue because you said maybe we just kind of touch on it.
Yeah,
But
you're gonna get me all
it's
riled
hard,
up here.
I
Now you're getting
know.
me fired up, Curtis.
But ask anybody that knows me if I say I am not for the prison, hell or high water,
I kind of believe you.
I am not.
Do you believe him?
Oh, I believe
Do you believe him?
I will. I don't back up.
I'm kind of believing you now.
I don't back
Yeah,
up.
before I didn't trust you, but now I do.
No, you. If I tell you I'm not, you can rely on that.
I trust you, Curtis, on that deal.
I appreciate the fact that you, like Colt said, you show up, you respond on social media.
I try.
I mean, you're there and you're in it, and not everybody is. So I think that speaks volumes for you.
It should, because you've showed up every time. You spent a lot of time wasted on us three staring at you.
Hey, I'd come out anytime and just talk with you guys.
Or something.
I enjoy it, and I don't know if how much I add to it, but I did pick on Coach Van Meter, so I got something out of it.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
There you go.
Yeah, you better go to church Sundays. All I got to tell you, things could be really bad for you, Varnell.
Oh, he's I think I can still outrun him.
I don't know. He looks pretty athletic still.
Oh,
He-
you
You
missed it.
sound like Ronnie. You seen Ronnie
He-
Shelby punching a punching
He
bag.
was a basketball player, and the funniest story,
Uh-oh,
not
here
the
we go.
funniest,
Now
but one
you're
of the
on
worst.
camera. This is recorded, and he's going to be seeing us.
one of the worst. He
No
and I
shame.
together,
No shame.
neither one of us can golf. So we went with the superintendent and several, and we were embarrassing them. We were over in Clarksville, and we'd hit, and we're killing worms. But the ball kept going into the pond, and I said, "Those things cost me. I'm tired."
We need that in this state.
And I said, "I'm going to get in there and get that ball." And well, I took my shoes off and rolled my pants up, and I could feel my feet, and I could feel. I said, "Coach, there's a lot of golf
I
balls."
was going to say, yeah, he probably felt about 50.
We got 20. He and I got in there,
Break.
and the superintendent was looking at us like, "Oh God, we got 27 golf balls before the guy come over and said, 'Get out of the water.'" I had more fun pulling the golf balls out, and
Oh, Pro V1.
yeah, Coach. So he's got, he probably hadn't played since. He's probably got 27 golf balls in a bag somewhere or another. He's not going to throw those away.
There you go.
He's a fun guy.
At church last Sunday, right up there on the big screen, he turns around and there's a picture of Brother Bill up there, but they've taken AI and put hair on it. It was the funniest thing I've seen in a while.
Have you seen his Billy Fish, Billy Bass?
yeah.
Oh Lord, he's used that in a sermon.
It's creative.
He moves back and forth. He talks, and I don't know how you develop that into a sermon. How did we get on this topic? He's gonna. I tell you
Over.
what, Coach, I'm looking at you.
I'm listening.
If you don't vote for me, I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to tell every story I know.
Well, hopefully we can get
and
Brother Bill.
and you're not going to like it.
No pressure.
We need to get Brother Bill on here one of these days, don't we? He'd be a hit.
It could be interesting, but wait till after election. He might tell. He's going to retaliate here.
No.
We had
Well,
a
we
we
could-
the opportunity.
We could have a war.
we had a great when I taught at Paris, one of the best faculties that I've ever worked. Best people, probably the best faculty I ever worked for. The best man, probably. I had two. I had Bob Aaron at Paris, was a great guy to work for. But Mr. Finner, all of you know Mr. Finner,
Guy Finner?
Guy Finner.
Yep.
One of a kind, a man's man. And I could tell you, we could share some stories. I could
Hey, I think it'd be great to hear you guys come in
He
and talk
is
about the community.
a tribute to some of
Yeah.
he is a great one thing about him, if he's like, Horton the elephant from Dr. Seuss is my favorite character. He said, "I say what I meant what I said. I am loyal 100%." I've tried to live by that motto, but Mr. Fenner lived by that motto,
Yeah.
and he meant it. And he was a great guy to work for. I've been blessed, man. I've worked with some great people, great teachers, and my education years. I'll still stay in schools, but I think right now the best thing I can do is to go down and represent my kids and my community. And I told you they're still my kids if they're your age. And the best thing I can do is to go represent them in Little Rock
There you
and
go.
stand up for them and back this area. That's the best thing I can do. I may not have a lot of years. I'm 70-year-old, but I'm
Well,
gonna
you
do.
better have at least 2.
And I will guarantee you this: no more than 4. I believe in term limits. I
There
believe in
you
2
go.
times.
That's good.
I wish that, even with the representative, probably ought to be 4 years. But if you can't do it in 8 years, you need out.
Yeah.
You either go up or get
Well,
out.
it's a strange world down there in Little Rock, I'll tell you that.
Oh, and the problem is they forget District 46. They
Sound like you have
there's some that
experience.
I haven't seen in years.
What made you wanna be a politician?
Kids, schools,
Future.
my elder. I don't need a job. I'm not ever going to be rich. I get teacher retirement and I get Social Security, and I live pretty comfortable. And I own my own home. I got a truck out there, 200,000, 211, 1,000 miles on it. But I'm happy and I'm content. But I look at our kids and I realize they need me. And I go to these senior citizen centers and they're cutting back on them. And some of them are down. What Charleston's down to 4 days a week. Boonville's running at $4,600 or $6,400 a month for all the employees and everything they have. Those people need that. They need that time to come in. They need the fellowship. They need other people. And if we don't, we're
Some
going to be
people, that's the only person they talk to all day long.
yes, and it's the only hot meal some of them have.
Yep.
That's true.
And it's good for them. If they're not there, they're going to be spending time in assisted living at a much higher expense. But they deserve it. They're our senior citizens.
Yeah.
They're the people that work for us. They paid into the government. Surely we can find some money if we can find 1.2 billion for
That'd feed a lot of people.
3,000 of the worst people in the
I
state.
think the meals are like $4 or $5 a day per
It's
meal.
not much.
No, it's cheap.
And so those irritated me. Those thoughts. And seeing what was going on, and there's so many issues. I said,
Oh, there is.
surely, I can go down there and I can help. I can present a rural, poor. I mean, we're poor.
It is.
We're rural. We're one of the lowest income. They forget us. They forget. You just look.
I kind of liked it better before when they did.
We might
Forget
be
us.
better.
Yeah, it was nice. It was quiet. Peace.
Yeah.
But our kids deserve a future.
They do. They do.
And I would like to see workforce ed. You have a good job. You told me you weren't a college person. So
Mm-mm.
why are we teaching everybody, including my children, that a college ed? I love all those courses. I went all my life. I've got 2 masters and a doctorate, and I've written books.
That's why I remember that Miss Lee taking me to all those schools, those trade schools. We need trade schools.
Yes, we do.
Heat and
we
air
need
is-
to start it at schools.
Yep. We
We
do.
need to start it like right now.
Not who's made for your teacher found in 9th grade that you were going to be a great teacher.
I taught all the way. Well, I can identify with them. That's why they like me.
Yeah.
And I try to keep them up and moving. I like to move around myself, but my son, the SNIPE team, wants to be a welder. They're
Good.
offering
We need those.
75,000 starting. That's more than I make with a doctorate.
Yep.
And so, why are we teaching? Everything geared towards college and an ACT test and all those things when we have kids that there's more of my class at Paris that live to Dallas, Texas, than live here. That's sad. But if we teach our
Yeah.
kids something like diesel mechanics and heavy equipment operating, for instance, right now there's jobs that new interstate's going through will take 10 years. And our kids can live in County Line, they can live in Charleston, they can live in Paris and still have a job.
Do you know all the
So we need
testing?
to be promoting that.
Do you know all the testing that kids have to do in school right now?
And
I had my
I would
wife write
imagine
it
he
down,
does.
and so they do the Atlas intern in September.
I helped write it.
They do the Dibbles math and reading in September. They do a maze test around August. They do oral reading fluency October, December, March, May. I mean, we're testing these kids to death. How do you?
Yes, they do.
How do you learn? What does that get us?
Are they teaching just to pass the test?
Here's the problem too.
But the thing is, that, like the Atlas test, they don't know the test. The teachers don't know. You don't know the answers or the
there you go.
questions.
No, but if you'll notice, like the Atlas test, every year that we give the test, it's the same format, and so you teach the test after a while, and you'll notice that grades go up. But are the kids any smarter, or are they just learning how to take the test?
I don't know. The way they teach math now is very complex.
Not a proponent of modern math.
No.
I like the old method. The old method, you taught one procedure. You put your multiple can multiplier and, straight up and down, and everybody done the same way. Now there's 10 ways.
There is. And you
kid that's not a
gotta
mathematical can't
show
do it.
how you did that. You gotta show.
And why?
You'll get to see in
Two.
about 8 years.
Two.
Huh? Yeah, no, it's not that easy anymore.
2, not 11.
No. It's,
One.
trust me, it's not that
181.
easy.
I'm not looking forward to it.
But well,
Yeah.
Curtis, so why should everybody vote for you over your opponent? Like, what do you have?
Well, I don't like to
No, brag a little bit here. I mean, I want you to sell Curtis to me.
You have 1 minute.
I have spent.
Hold on, we're gonna time
I've
you.
spent a lifetime preparing for this job. I have worked at a chicken plant. I have worked at Chloe's Gear. I've hauled hay. I've been a butcher, and I did this during the summertime. I was park ranger right up here with you guys over the summer. I've run summer youth program.
Did you ever
I
see any
worked
dead armadillos down there?
Oh Lord,
Sorry
they were
about that.
everywhere. And I worked at the nuclear plant as a chemist. I was offered a job there, making double 3 times what I made it teaching, but I went back to teaching that fall. And what I'm saying is, I have experience. I know the people in this area. I live like the people in this area. I can identify with the people in this area. And what better person could you have than somebody that understands your life? If I'm going to represent you, I need to know what you're like. I need
That's right.
I need to know what your needs are. I need to know what your kids' needs. I've got family just like you do. I have some that have not completed school, that are not trying, that can't make a living. It's hard. It's hard for a young person to start. I've got some with drug problems. I've had some, you name it. I have a big family. I got 43 first cousins. If I just get them to vote.
Yeah, no lie.
And the Sludermans, I've got it. And we all have that. I have those. I know what they're like. I know what life's like. What better representative could you have than somebody
That knows that life. That's
that
right.
knows? And I will stand by you because I know you, and I will not hide from you. I told you a while ago that if I said I'd stick with that prison, the same thing. I put my phone number. People were asking about the red flag. I said, just call me.
Yeah.
I'll try to do the best I can to explain. I may not know myself, but I'll do the best I can to explain what I believe in.
Well,
I think that's a key thing for you is you can find the answer. Like you have the intelligence to go seek that answer, find it, study it, learn it, and regurgitate it to whoever.
I will
needs it.
work at it. I will tell you that. I will work hard at it.
so you don't know everything?
Almost.
The only person that would believe that's my mother.
And you're not a great teacher.
She thinks that I was blessed with good,
Same here.
extremely good parents.
Same here.
I think we're about ready to wrap it up here. Curtis, you got any final closing statements you want to make?
I've enjoyed being with you guys tonight, and y'all are fun.
No, yeah, we have a good time.
I thought we were going to talk in a bit.
Nah, we wasn't going to put you in a corner. We just had to, we was after one main question here, and
I hope we answered that to people's satisfaction.
well, it's not the status; it's what you believe. And if you think we need laws, that's your belief. But if you think that we need less government overreach, that's another thing.
I think we need less government, period, in most things, and that would
Here.
include any of this. But in due process. I mean, I believe in law still.
Yeah.
Yet I'm
It's the
frustrated.
law.
I'm frustrated with government.
We don't have to like the law, but it is the law, and until we change it, it's going to stay the law.
I'm frustrated with our system and you know the things that go on. But I still believe in the reason of law, and I definitely believe that that in the goodness of the people in
Yeah.
our society that will finally make a decision on anything, because we all have that right, you know, right to jury and all those things that have been involved in due process. And I have faith in people most of the time.
That's right.
They will let you down from time to time.
Every now and again.
What do you plan to do for the people? A lot of times, everybody says, like candidates say, if I get in there, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. But we all know how hard it is to really sometimes get some of those things done. So it's really just
I'm kind of if I am adamant about something, I will stand up and talk. You probably found out, and I will say what I think. But I also I'm smart enough that I can write my own laws. I don't need a lobbyist
that's right.
to write that junk out for me. I know how to write those. I know Robert's rules.
I think we need more of an eraser down there than an ink pen.
Amen to that.
The first thing I'm already working on with a person, and I would like to implement on day one, and I hope I can get maybe Senator King and Senator Simon to help with. Right now, if you look, we have a huge um, amount of accidents and death with young people, and at the same time we're doing that, we've done away with all driver's ed, and I wish we could implement driver's ed back
I
into the
didn't know that.
school for
No, I didn't know they
for
took it out of
one
school.
half a credit.
We
And
have
Missouri's already doing that. Believe it or not, I'm pretty confident I was going to win. I've already called the senator. I said, "You're introducing a bill up there. Can I look at your bill? Can we copy it off? Can we look at it?" And on day one, I'd like to. I want to see our kids as safe as possible. And I think they need driver's ed. We had driver's ed,
yeah, definitely.
and
I had some
we don't
scary
even have it in the
rides, but
school. We don't even have it in school.
It's still in Charleston.
It's not in
driver's
Paris.
license. It's a good thing.
I think why not have it as a semester? What happens at most of our schools around here, they get to the final year, they only go half a day.
That's right.
So why aren't we implementing driver's ed? That just be one half of one semester, a half a day, and it could be in with civics. You got civics or Arkansas history. Either one would match up with that. And my kids need that. And I feel pretty strongly with that one. And so I've already looked at that type of thing, and I'm working right now with community outreach in Paris, and they're trying to develop a program, kind of
When do you sleep?
religious based.
When do you sleep?
Well, this morning I got up at 5 o'clock because I couldn't sleep. Things were bothering
Yep,
me.
it does.
And
Well, you're a lot more relaxed now.
you guys are fun to be around.
Yeah.
I need you more often.
Yeah, well, all it takes is a little bit of,
Anyway, we got a lot of things to do.
there's
Lots
a
of things,
lot of
lot
work to
direction
do. We got a lot
There
to
is.
do. We got a lot to undo. And we got years to do it. So
2 to 4.
here's to the future. Yep, 2 to 4.
Curtis, we appreciate you coming on here and clearing the air on all that and talking to us about your history and the things you've done. And
Thank you for having me.
Yep,
I've
thank you,
enjoyed
Curtis.
It's been interesting for sure.
And I didn't. My comrade over here sitting off quiet. This is Justin Taylor, and
They can't see him.
and Justin is my. He's a young man, but he's helped me a lot, and he's been my campaign director.
He has been very good.
He's helped everybody.
Yep. Yeah.
I thought he was my helper, and suddenly he's running off stuff.
Now, Jesse, you got to be careful. So Spicer was the guy on the couch, and then he became the guy on the show.
I was the special guest.
Yeah.
for like 6 shows.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you, Curtis, for
Before you
coming on.
go-
And
Before you
yeah.
go, can we get a for sure, like if you win, or should I say when you win, can we get a date set up to fire off this cannon in celebration? I can't think of anything more fitting.
I think with my friend Tom Wing, he'd be so happy. He'd just bring it down and let's. You got a firing range out here, man. We can.
Oh, you can bring it here?
Yeah, he can carry it. Now we don't shoot a ball out of it because
Oh. Can we shoot a person? Can we shoot Justin? Not shoot him
If you
physically, but shoot him out of the cannon.
Oh,
Yeah.
just
I think it's only a 5-pounder.
you put a bag of gunpowder, probably a pound or so, and it's actually big chips of gunpowder. And when you fire that thing off, just the chips, you can send a pumpkin 50 foot in front of it, it'll shred it.
Oh,
So when
wow.
we used it at Paris, we
We're
had
not
to
going
be
to shoot
really
you,
careful.
Justin.
We had to be really careful just to keep the crowd out, and then smoke rolls.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I think you could probably shoot a ball. By the way, I found 2 cannonballs at Paris at the battlefield.
Can we shoot
I
'em?
keep getting the history.
Can we shoot him?
They're in the museum.
No.
Mm.
Can we? Can is it locked?
Let me tell you, the person that runs that down is I don't know her name, but I call her sister. She's not too big, but I don't think you want to mess with her.
Does she believe in the red flag law? Too soon? Is it too soon, Curtis?
I would say that lady, she doesn't even need a weapon. I imagine she's used a roper many times.
That's the majority of Arkansas.
Well, everybody, we appreciate you tuning in. Glad we could get the air cleared here, and yeah,
vote for Curtis.
That's
vote
right.
for Curtis Varnell.
You got it.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
y'all.
We'll see you next time.